Good day friends, you're watching Tax Dosti videos and we'll be talking about how to file your business tax return for business individuals, sole proprietors, people doing owners doing their own business. So this is the standard tax return that has been issued by the Federal Board of Revenue FBR for tax year 2023. So it says that it's a return of income filed voluntary for complete year. We'll just have a quick look at the overall structure and then we'll move to the head, income from business. So basically, the tax return is filed in Pakistan online, and the portal is called Iris and it is maintained by FBR. The general structure is the name of the tax return, the name of the person filing. In this case, since he's a sole proprietor, he will file his return in his name, because for tax purpose business and his other income are come under the same tax return. And then the period means 1st of July 2022 to 30th June 2023, which is tax year 2023, and some other details regarding his identity or her identity. Then these are the different heads of accounts: employment, salary, income from property, income from business, income from capital assets, income from other sources. These are the five main heads. And then there is a separate head for foreign source income, income earned outside Pakistan, and agriculture income, which is exempt from income tax but taxable by different provinces of Pakistan. Then this is the tax chargeable and payment section where all the tax is calculated, and at the end there is wealth statement. Since this is the return of a business individual, every resident individual has to file their wealth statement. So it is inbuilt, this tax return. And for every head of income, basically there are three columns. One is the total amount, so the gross or the total amount comes here. And if there is a different type of taxation for it, then for example, if it is exempt income or subject to fixed tax or final taxation, this amount will come here. Otherwise, all the amounts that come here in the total amount and are not subject to exemption or final tax, they automatically amounts fall under the subject to normal tax, which means that this individual will be taxed in a progressive way. The first 400,000 rupees, 4 lakh rupees, will be exempt from tax. Then the 600,000, some tax will be for the 12. Then for 1.2 million, there will be higher tax, and so the tax bracket will go on. So normal taxation is calculated for individuals in a progressive tax manner. So this was the basic structure of a tax return. This is also called a normal tax return, and even people who are earning other incomes or capital asset income, they also have to file this return. So we start with the income from business section, and you can see that we are in the data tab. In these parts, this is part 1. We will go through all the different other tabs also which are applicable for business income. And today we will start with manufacturing trading items. So if you are running a manufacturing business, if you are running a trading business, you have to fill this page for your income. And we will be focusing on sales and income for the time being for in this video. And the reason is because first we have to see what incomes fall under the head of business. For example, if you are earning property income, meaning you have 5 or 10 houses that you have given on rent, does it fall under the head property or does it fall under the head business income? So we will be shortly seeing the definition as given in Income Tax Ordinance 2001 of business, and in that definition of business, we will see that whether rental property or income coming from rental income, should it come under the head business or should it be declared under property income, and what other incomes should be declared here. So here you can see it's saying manufacturing trading items, and it starts with income loss from business. All these three columns are blue, so this is a column which Iris will calculate itself. You cannot enter any amount here. Then next is net revenue, excluding sales tax, federal excise, brokerage commission, discount, freight, etc. And it is also blue. That means that we can't directly enter any amount here. The first amount that we can enter is gross revenue, excluding sales tax and federal excise. And for example, if you have earned, we will take example of 15 lakh rupees, 1.5 million for the year as business income. And if you have one business, trading business, manufacturing business, or if you are a professional, you have earned 15 lakh rupees, and that is your gross revenue that you will enter here. And you will exclude, meaning that if you are registered for sales tax or federal excise duty and you have charged the customer 17%, 18%, or sales tax or federal excise duty, you will minus that amount from your sales as shown in your accounts, and the gross revenue you will write 15. So you may have earned 18 lakh of rupees, but 3 lakh rupees you may have paid to the government under the sales tax law, under the federal excise tax law, including if you may have given discounts to your customers. So your gross revenue has to come here, which excludes sales tax, federal excise duty, and it is, for this example, 15 lakhs. This amount is very important for three reasons. First of all, gross revenue should be calculated according to your accounting system. For example, if you record all your transaction on cash basis, so for this period, that is 1st July 2022 to 30th June 2023, all the cash you have received from your customers will come here. And if you use an accrual based system where you account for the credit that you give out to your customers as account receivables, then only the sale for this year will be included here, first of all. Secondly, the value that you declare here will affect two things. First of all, if you make a loss in this year, for example, it's saying here income loss from business. Loss means that your expenses is greater than your revenue. For example, if your expenses was somehow 20 lakh rupees and your gross revenue was 15 lakh rupees, 5 lakh was your loss. So you may have to pay minimum tax on it, but that is not applicable on 15 lakhs. The threshold or the gross revenue for a business individual is 100 million, that is 10 crore rupees. If you earn more than 10 crore rupees and then you make a loss as a business individual, as a sole proprietor, then you have to pay minimum tax. But this amount, you have to be conscious that minimum tax may be applicable if your gross revenue exceeds a certain limit. And this 100 million figure changes in the law for different years. For tax year 2023, it is 100 million. And another thing, that if your revenues is below 25 million or for the next tax year 2024 below 80 million, then you may have to file a separate business return, which is simple, and we will definitely on our channel, Tax Dosti channel, we'll also discuss that. And even on that simple tax return, this first page is the same. So there are special tax returns for small and medium enterprise businesses, so you should check out that. If that is applicable, you should then file those returns, which do not require so much of information. As you can see, there are other revenue, then management administration section, admissible deductions, adjustments, the balance sheet, business assets and equity, along with amortization, depreciation, minimum tax, payment, attributes, attachment section. So for business return, you have to fill all the. So if you're full-fledged business doing millions of, then definitely you can you have to fill this normal return. Otherwise, if your turnover is below a certain limit, then you can take special advantage of filling those tax return. The other field here, and you can see that the code is given 3000 is the general code, and this gross revenue was 3009. If you have made any selling expenses, freight, outward, brokerage, commission, discount, so it will come here. And if you then push this calculate button, it will calculate the cost of sales or the cost of services. So manufacturing trading business will definitely come here, because we will in the next video discuss opening stock and other things. But service business can also come here if your service business includes some of these items, like workshop, motor workshop, vehicle workshop. Those are mixed businesses which have some kind of stock as well as they provide services. If you are purely a service business, a digital business, a IT freelancer, someone working, then your revenues will come in the other section. So this was a short introduction to how to fill your business tax return in Pakistan for tax year 2023. And even if you are watching this video for another for some other tax year, these rules and regulations and these things are important. One important last thing is that when you fill your business tax return, even if you are a small trader, you should have some kind of working accounting data or some kind of Excel sheet before you start your tax return. You cannot fill all these things out of your memory. For example, how much you paid for fuel or how much you paid for salaries. You must have some documentation, and there is a long list of documents which you have to keep if you are declaring your income as under the head of business. So in the next section, we'll see that what kind of incomes or what kind of activities constitute business income, and then they have to follow all these requirements as we will be discussing throughout these videos. You are watching part 1, and let's see what is the definition of business. So this is the Income Tax Ordinance 2001, and here in section 2 clause 10 it says that business includes. Now this means that all the general definitions given in any standard dictionary will apply to the word business here in the Income Tax Ordinance, meaning business is done for profit, business means an organized activity. So all those definitions are included by using this word include, and it includes any trading, any kind of trading that you do will be and the income that you earn will have to be shown there. Now what is trading? Trading means trading of stock. So if you deal anything as stock, meaning that you buy it with the intention of selling it for a profit, or even if not for a profit, you intend to sell it, you don't want to keep it or use it for yourself or your business, then that is called trading. So in Pakistan, you can see there are different types of traders, from the very small rediwala to the very small shop to the very big businesses that do trading, where you go in, buy things in malls, and so they are trading. Then commerce means any activity that supports business. Excuse me, like accountancy, audit, legal services, all this, banking services, all this comes under commerce. So as an accountant, you have to file your income as income from business. Then if you manufacture anything in Pakistan, within Pakistan, then you have to file your, you can't say that my income is income from other sources, etc. Now if you can see that there is no mention of rental income here, meaning that trade also means buying, selling something. You may if you're buying, selling plots or houses, then definitely it comes in trade. But normally in Pakistan, people do not buy and sell homes in their name, they just facilitate as agents. So that is commission, and that commission can, if it's done in an organized way, it still comes under business income. And you can, for example, a property dealer or someone or a motor vehicle agent, still they have to declare it, but you can see that you have to come in trading. If you own a property and give out those on rental, then that will not be considered business under this definition. Similarly, these were regarding goods. And then profession and vocation means that if you are earning on the basis of what you have studied, your degree, your qualification. Now, profession means a full-fledged degree like a doctor, like a chartered accountant, and vocation means people of craft, for example, plumbers, electricians, etc. So this was the first part. Now, if you see that business, normally people who, we speak of the word business, they understand that business is done all throughout the year. So, if you just had a temporary shop or some stall at an event and you earned some income through trading or selling, or you gave some advice there, so is that also included in business? Yes, that is also included in business, and that is identified by this part of the definition, which says that business includes adventure or concern in the nature of trade, commerce, manufacture, profession, or vocation, but does not include employment. So there are three parts to this definition. Business includes any trade, commerce, manufacture, profession. Vocation means that if you do this for the whole year and if you have a complete setup, office, manufacturing facilities, people, etc., so that is business. You may make a loss, but still it will be income from business. And even if you do something for not the whole year but for partially for the year, for few months, and it's considered trade if you do some trading for some months, or commerce or manufacture or any profession. For example, if you just teach as a teacher in a school, that will be employment and that will not include in business. But when you come back and you teach at a private tuition center or online or at your home, that will be considered profession, and that will be included in your business income. So if we take the tax return, you will have to fill this tax return, and you will have to fill the salary part, and the salary will come here, total amount, and it will not be exempt. So whatever your school, college, or university pays, you will show here in the normal business individual salary under the head salary. Total gross, for example, 800,000 or 1.5 million, or whatever the amount, you will show here as pay, wages, and other remuneration. And this will be your salary amount. And then you will go down in the business head, and not in the manufacturing trading, but in the other revenue portion. Whatever you have earned, you will show here in the other revenue portion, and in that, in others, 3128, and you will show, for example, 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs, whatever you have earned. And here you will be able to deduct expenses from your activity of tuition, and that we will also cover in the coming videos. So I hope that you liked this video, and if you have any specific question regarding your income and you think if it comes under the business head or property or other sources, you can ask your question or your comment in the comment section below this YouTube channel, and our number is given for WhatsApp. So if you have detailed discussion, or if you have multiple sources of income, we encourage you to contact us for better filing of your tax return. Thank you very much. You are watching Tax Dosti videos. I'm your host and tax dost, Anthony Williams. See you in the next video.